you just, continue to play hard each possession. You know, teams can come back. You're always concerned, so you're striving to be a 48-minute team. And, a lot of good things we did for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter not as good as we should have.
Was it good for OG to have a night like this?
Yeah, it was great. Great. Just good rhythm, very aggressive early. I thought the defensive activity to start the game was real good. We got some turnovers, got into the open floor. Then I thought our guys did a really good job of attacking the zone, getting into the gaps and then making plays for each other. So they created advantages and they shared the ball. And then I thought we were tied together defensively, so the rebounding was good. We got careless at the end of the half and then in the fourth quarter with the turnovers.
Tom, you guys were 9-0 last year for the Hunt trade and then 5-0 after the OG trade. Just how hard is that to change?
The challenge is like when you bring someone in new, how quickly can everyone adapt? And I think in both cases we were playing well before the trades were made, so I think that helps too. And then everyone's willingness to sacrifice and share with each other. So each day it doesn't change the approach. Just focus on trying to get better each and every day. Put everything you have into each day. Don't change that. So we know it's over the course of a season that the goal is to be playing our best at the end. So there's still a lot of things that we have to correct and do better.
Is OG at the point where he knows everything and he's fully up to speed, or is he still?
No, it's going to be, each day he's more comfortable. I think he's putting a lot of time in. He's a great worker, very serious in his approach. Comes back at night, comes early to watch film. He's done a really good job. So, and we've got a number of guys that are like that. So when you get a team that is committed to playing for each other and committed to winning and putting the team first, good things come from that.
I want to see what you're saying. It feels like watching you guys the last 4 or 5 games, it feels like you're playing faster no matter what the stats say. That would obviously be since the trade. Is that true, and is it a conscious thing?
No, not really. I think it's part true, like from the standpoint of, like we've always stressed that. Like people don't realize, they sometimes say, like, oh, you play slow. No, we don't. If you look at the numbers, you would know that.
Coach, just looking forward, you got Luka and Kyrie coming up. Just talk about what type of challenge that might be for next week.
Well, I think you're talking about 2 great players. Both are great off the dribble, and then great with their shot, and then very unselfish and know how to make plays for their team, and they don't fight the double team. Like, so if you double them, they're going to be creative with how they get the ball out. So that puts a lot of pressure on you. So we're going to have to be at our best.
I know last year was last year. What stands out from that game that you played at Dallas last year? Luka had 60, and they came back, beat you guys in overtime.
Yeah, probably, we had everyone out in that game, and it came down to, I remember Deuce played really well in that game. Jericho played really well in that game. And basically, it was a free throw rebound at the end of the game. And I think that we had some calls go against us late that were incorrect. So that I remember it vividly.
Is that the type of game where OG's defensive presence will really help?
Well, it's going to help, but it's going to require more than just that. It's got to be our entire team committed to it.
Tom, can you talk about the defense of the entire team, even in the 5 games since he's joined? I mean, not just him, but I think it's the 3rd time he's had 100 points or less, and by opponent, and it's a season low.
Yeah, sometimes, like I said, you have to look at, we started off the season playing great defense, and then sometimes it's what you're walking into. If you're walking into high-scoring teams, your goal is to, obviously to play great defense, but to hold them below their average, and that's what I measure. So, and you don't have it. You can have a stretch. You could take a snippet out of a season, and you can make it say whatever you would like it to say, the challenge is to do it consistently from the start to the end and keep focused on improving. And so that's where we are. So this is a good stretch, but there's a lot of things that sometimes it's a missed shot that's, wide open too. So there's a variance to the shot making, but I think the spirit of the team is really strong right now. And the togetherness and the commitment to each other is very strong. And then we got to keep it there.
Tom, and also, the fans here, obviously, and to hear them chant OG's name like that, is that a big deal for a player the first time it happened?
Well, and you know how I feel about our arena. It's the best. In that I felt that way when I was here as an assistant, as an opposing coach. I know how excited and fired up the players are to play here and to be on our side and to see how our fans travel with us and the atmosphere of the building. I think you can't do anything but really enjoy that, particularly for a guy like, OG to come in and have the impact. He's like just learning and getting started, and he's had great impact from the standpoint of, I always say this, like there's a million stats. To me, the most important stat is net rating, and the impact that he's had there. And when you look at his net rating per 48, it's off the charts, and that's playing well because it's not only you, it's what you're doing with the group that you're on the floor with, and that's the most important thing there is. And so, he's made great contributions, and not just with defense, but moving without the ball, getting the ball up the floor fast, his shot making, and it's only going to get better as we go.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thanks. Yeah.